Real estate syndication is a heartwarming business. I will give you 3 anecdotes from my own syndication journey. The first one is I was on my very first syndication, 2 months into closing. It's a 172 unit apartment complex in Dallas, Texas. And I was sitting there in the leasing office and we were just strategizing. The school bus, I think it's like 3 in the afternoon, the school bus stopped in the middle of the parking lot. The bus driver opened the door. Out came at least a dozen children, all with backpacks, all were just chatting, all were super happy. Here we were like talking about how to increase the income. And then I looked out and then come all these children. It was like the first time it really hit me. What we do makes a difference in people's lives. The fact we can provide a clean, safe, affordable housing environment for these hardworking families, it makes a difference to their parents, and it makes a hell of a difference for the children as well. You can talk numbers all you want and you talk money all you want, but it has a direct impact on people's lives. The second heartwarming encounter is how the government, the lender, and the business of real estate syndication work together to bring better changes to the environment. There is this thing called the green program. If you can claim that you can save X amount on water bills or utility, then they give you a lower interest rate on your loan. What that means is that you can replace all the toilets. It used to be 1.8 gallons per flush, and then you can down it to like 1.2 gallons per flush, and so on and so forth. Keep in mind, 66% of the US live in a house. So Fannie Mae's incentive for apartment owners to save on water doesn't apply to those single families, but 34% of the Americans are actually renting. What we do have a direct improvement on those folks. Fannie Mae's mantra is to improve affordable housing for Americans. GPs try to get a good return to their LPs. And it turned out that if they are nice to the environment, then they get to save 25 to 75 basis points on their interest rate, which improves the bottom line. I like to call it capitalism at its finest, which is how can you make a win-win-win for everyone and you improve your earnings. To me, as a nerd, this is a heartwarming fact that real estate syndication is good for the environment. It puts the right incentives in all parties such that you are encouraged to run your property most efficiently. The third heartwarming thing is something that makes me smile about what LP said. One of our co-sponsors works on Meta, and they have some investors from Facebook, and they invest in July last year. As you know, since then, a lot of the stocks for tech companies have gone down. Their investors, they are all very capable people. Their investors are engineer managers and tech leads. They have to write weekly reports for their superiors to read. They often equate that the person writing it is like the first line manager or the tech lead, and then the person reading it is like director and VP. So for the very first time, they are the ones reading the reports and not writing it. So that makes them feel like, oh man, I'm like a boss now. I get to read these instead of writing these. I thought that was super funny. I never thought of it that way, but I was like, okay, cool. The GPs are serving the LPs, period. The GPs has a fiduciary duty to write them and write them accurately with thought. Furthermore, since then, all the stock markets have gone down. I don't know about the users, but one LP actually made a comment. They say, you're the only report that has the positive news. Your report is the one I'm looking forward the most, which is true that someone that invested $50,000 last July not just make money on syndication because the syndication is doing well, but that they did not lose money on stocks. So it's not like they're just making on syndication, they prevent losing money. It is an argument that by definition, real estate investing and syndication, if done well, is a more reliable way of investing. And we keep you updated of what's going on. Those are my 3 heartwarming facts about real estate syndication. Hope you enjoy and happy investing.